Okay, so we're going to talk about HTML tags today. This HTML tags are the basic way that you build an HTML website. I've already opened a CodePen here, and you can see that I'm in the HTML line right now. That's really all we're going to be working with, so I can close these other parts right now. You can see that I've opened HTML tags. This tells the program that I'm working with an HTML document. In order to open an HTML document and start like typing things that we're going to be using in here so that it starts to show up here on the page, we're going to start out with one of the first tags you're going to learn, which are the body tags. This basically says, hey, HTML page, this is where my main text is going to go, or all the main content. Right? These body tags, again, are just saying that this is the stuff that's going to show up on the page. The HTML, we're going to learn about other things that go outside the body later, but right now you're going to be working with things inside of the body. In order to, again, help people navigate my page, I'm going to want to use what we call header tags. So I'm going to start with the H tags, so the H1 tags, and anything I write inside of this H1 tags are going to show up in pretty big letters on my page. So I'm going to just write that this is my page. And you see that, again, my big header comes up here at this point, the H1. I can actually make smaller headers by just writing H2. You can do H1 through 6. We're not going to use all 6 of them right now. And for this H2, it's kind of like a subtitle. I could say something like, this is the page of Craig, which is my name. So you see that each one of these H tags has a slightly smaller text, but you can tell that it's very much like a title of the page. The next tag that we're going to talk about are P tags. Well, P tags are where I put paragraphs. That stands for paragraph, and it's where I put a lot of the main text that goes on a page. So I can say something like, hi, my name is Craig. So that could be one paragraph, and I can actually create multiple paragraphs. So I could just add more text to the paragraph above, but if I want to create a new line, I just create another P tag. So hi, my name is Craig. I am from Indiana. And I can actually copy and paste these to make it easier than just replace the text. I live in Mexico now. I live in Mexico. I can just add another phrase here. I really like living in Mexico. So you see that each time I create a new P tag here, I'm creating a new line. Now, one of the cool things that you can do in HTML, as you learn to create more tags and things like that, you're going to want to kind of create sections within your page. So in order to create a section, I'm going to want to use what I call the div tag. This just means division. And I'm going to wrap this division around all of the paragraphs so that all the paragraphs that I have, they're kind of separated into one section. You know that notice when I added these div tags, nothing changed on here. Divs are just ways for us to understand where things are on a page. When you get into styling here in a little bit, div tags are going to be very important. But these are the basic tags that you can have on a page. If I were to create another section, I can maybe even create another header here. So we've got H1. I'm going to create another header here. And I would create something like, this is my page and this is my life. And I could add more things down here, like another P tag, and say things like, my wife's name is Lee. And then I could say something like, my son's name is Samuel. And I can even add another one down here that says, my daughter's name is Ellie. So again, you can go making pages throughout the web just by using really these tags. This is kind of boring right now, but you at least know now how to get things onto the page, and we're going to learn in subsequent lessons how you can style each one of these pages. A couple of things that I want to point out here and emphasize again is that each time I open a tag with these little side caret tops here, so each time I open a tag with the pointy brackets, I have to close the tag again, right? So this HTML tag is opened here and closed at the end of the document. The body tag is opened below the HTML tag and closed after I'm done putting all the stuff that I'm going to put on my HTML page. You close a tag by putting this slash and then the name of the tag, and then just making sure that you put the pointy brackets on each side. Notice that I'm doing something called indenting each one of these sections. So this is just for me to visually represent that inside of the HTML tag I have a body, and inside of the body I have a header, and I have another header, and then I have a division, and inside of the division I have 3 paragraphs. And then I close my division, then I open another header. This is how HTML works, of embedding different tags inside of another. And embedding these tags by indenting them, embedding these tags and representing that through indenting them is a really good way to visually represent your page. You're going to get to become very comfortable with reading pages like this.